Welcome to the World is Listening podcast.
Oh man.
Tell the world who you are, my brother, because I know and now the world wants to know.
Oh man, you know what there, Key, Jeffrey Wall, brother, one of 9, big family,
Right.
knee baby.
Okay.
You know anything about the knee baby?
What's the knee baby? What is that?
The knee baby is the one next to last.
Next to the last.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you know how Mama drug us to church.
Right.
You had no choice in the matter. You wasn't.
That's the one who sat on the knee in the church.
That's the one that she bounced on the knee while she held the baby.
Okay.
So you the knee baby.
That's
I
the
was
knee
the one
baby.
that was being bounced.
Okay, I got
Then you got the baby boy.
Yeah.
And I may have fell off a couple of times. Tell that's probably
Right.
why, things are as they are. But
Right.
yeah, I'm the knee baby, one of 9.
Okay.
7 boys, 2 girls, man.
Nice. Big family.
Born and bred. Yeah.
Cookhouse was lit.
Man, we got no cookouts. You cooked in.
You cooked in?
You cooked in the kitchen.
That was it.
That was a cookout.
Oh,
you
man.
pretended you might have been somewhere. You took
Right.
it outside and ate it on the porch.
Oh, that was the out.
But Mama cooked it in there. Mama cooked, man. She raised 7 boys, 2 girls, no man in the house.
Wow.
He was there at one point, but, then again, he wasn't no more. And
Okay.
so Mama continued in that, brother.
So wait, hold on. Let's pause right there. Hold
Okay,
on.
let's do that.
So you just said 7,
7 boys,
and Dad left
2 girls.
7 kids.
9 total.
He left 9 kids.
Well, let me say that. See, when he left, it was before the rest of us, the bottom of us, 2, 3 came along. He had died off.
Okay.
So-
So he passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. So he ain't just pack his bags and leave.
No.
He actually passed away. Okay, that's different. Okay.
No, he didn't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But strong mom, man. Strong moms,
Right.
man. And raised some strong sisters
Okay.
of mine, her daughters.
Right.
And then, of course, 7 boys, man. So it was a lot of help there in the house if needed. Nobody could take the place of a dad.
Right.
I never knew my dad, so
Okay.
I never knew him.
Because you was the knee baby.
Deep. That's the one. She bounced on the knee
Yeah.
while she was rocking the baby.
Right. That's it.
And so, raised up, she took us all to church, and packed, we had our little leisure suits on.
Right.
We was excited about the little vest, red vest with the gray, popping with the V. I was dressed, Mama was dressing me when I was a lad, man, little
Wow.
baby boy. And I love to try to put something on, too, try to look like somebody.
Right.
She said, when you leave the house, you look like somebody. Don't be just leaving the house any kind of way.
That's right.
Look like you look like somebody.
like-
Like you know that you
Like you
got
love.
like you got a little home
Like
training.
you taken care of.
Yeah, because we already had the respectful stuff already there. But so
Right.
now you look like it
Right.
while you being respectful.
Now, where you from? What city is this?
Hey man, the big city of High Peasy.
The High Peasy, the
High
furniture
Point.
capital. Fantasia Land.
Not anymore though. Ain't no furniture capital no more.
Because then Vegas became the second.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did they become number 1 now?
Vegas
number
I
1?
think they might be, man. I'm telling
Okay.
you. I was working at the airport and I was meeting a lot of people coming in for the market.
Right.
And they just got to the point that I'm hearing them out of their mouths that they were tired of coming to High Point
Okay.
and being harassed.
Oh, wow.
And not only that, but
Harassed
they were
by who?
Just
The
so-
community?
The community. Everybody's, hey, now they're here. We're gonna up the price on this, up the
Right.
price on that.
Right.
Price gouging, and not only that, but other things that were going on. They'll park their car, they come back out from the thing, the car's been towed.
Ooh,
Now
yeah.
they, so they're out of town.
Right.
They're out of market.
Right.
You're trying to look out for them, but. They was just complaining, say, hey, look, we can't wait till Vegas get built, because right here in Vegas, they said we got everything what we need right there under one umbrella.
Right.
The parking deck is up under
Right.
the casinos, the restaurants,
They do other stuff, but they not working.
and the places where they can do their business, all
Right.
up under one umbrella. They said when this get built, we out.
And then at nighttime, they could be freak-a-licks.
And they ain't got to
Watch
get out.
yourself.
And they ain't got to get out and drive drunk. You
Right,
know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
running
right.
over
That's right.
somebody.
They can party and have
Car's
fun.
parked. It's
All
under
in
the
the same
garage.
place.
They know where it's at. They ain't got to come out and the car's gone.
Right.
So yeah, I learned that through that process, man, of working at the airport, being a ground handler.
Okay.
I was bringing in planes and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, man, High Point, born and raised, went to Brentwood Elementary.
Okay.
Still there, still standing, but it's vacant.
Okay.
I believe a church owns it right now. But we had baseball, we had kickball, we had all those things, those intramural.
And then I know you was a part of a band.
Sham Production, baby.
Y'all see the way he said that? Sham Production, baby.
You already know, man. Sham Production. And that was my baby, though.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't know. I was in the 5th grade. I'm telling you how it came about. 5th grade. Brentwood Elementary, like I just mentioned to you. Mm-hmm. We had a little talent show.
Right.
So, of course, the teacher encouraging us, hey, we need people to be in the talent show. So I got with one of my closest friends back then, Scotty.
Okay.
You know, we just was tight from the second grade, second grade.
Right.
So this is the 5th grade.
Okay.
And so we say, hey, let's do something. So we got a 45. They don't know nothing about the 45.
Not the little 45 record.
45 record, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that.
They don't know about that.
Yeah.
And we sort of did a little lip sync to a song. What was the name of that? Weak in the Knees or something like that. I don't know what it was. They may not have been, nah. That might not have been it, man. I can't even remember what it was.
I just thought of the brand new group of the fellas talking about something. I get so weak in the knees.
No. This was an upbeat song.
Okay.
And it was just one where we can just show our little talent, our movement, our singing. And from that point on, that was my, hey, you know what? I loved that. I felt that. You know, I was coming off the other 5th graders and what they was feeling and talking about and how they loved it. And, hey, I want a little bit more of this right here. How can I make this happen for me, you know, being an entertainer.
Right.
And so that's where it was. That's where it started at, there in the elementary school.
Okay.
And then from that point on, I just vowed one day I'm going to do this. Man.
So when did you become an actor?
Man, probably back at that same time in the 5th grade where I was thinking about being an entertainer, you know, not having, I guess I could say probably junior high, doing plays. You know what I'm saying? Doing plays. I can't pinpoint the exact date, time when it happened, but I just, right then, I realized then I liked the stage, and then there was the music thing. But the acting part came in probably, you know, doing church, doing performances there. I think that's where it happened. A lot of people talk about they first sang at church, and that's when they learned how they wanted, you know, learned that they wanted to sing. Right. So it was right there at church, man, doing little church plays, things like that.
So when you did the church play, you said, you know, this is something I like.
Oh, man.
What was that? What was that first feeling like?
It was like, you know what? I realized, you know, that there's some gifts that have been placed in me, you know, and it was just a matter of just wanting to try to pull those gifts out, and just allow them to multiply, to grow even, to expand. And so I loved reading. So then I love reading plays. Okay. Let me say, not so much as plays, but stories that are written sort of like a play. Okay. You know what I mean? Where you got different actors and characters in there, and so from that point on, junior high, elementary, man, doing stuff at church, learning stuff then. That's sort of that groundbreaking time of us getting out. You know, you used that church. You had the Sunshine Band. You know, you probably had the kids getting out saying the little verses and stuff. Right. You know, and they memorized them, and so that's when I began to learn how to remember. I remembered scripture. Okay. And so that's basically how that started, man. And then of course, you know how the world, they're gonna pour stuff in you. Yeah, you know, absolutely. They want to pour more of the world in you. Right. And so you just got to be able to temper it, you know, have some control.
So what was the first big project? And for those that don't know, Mr. Jeffrey Wall is being modest, right? Come on. Everybody calls Jeffrey Wall the Denzel Washington of the triad.
Oh, man.
That means, I don't know who started it. I know I said it a couple times. Some other people said it.
Man, I appreciate that, man. But y'all know, you can't match Denzel.
Listen, let me tell you something, man.
Nobody, man.
Denzel is Denzel, but, you know, talented people are talented people. That's you know, God created them all.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So you're one of the people that, man, you're amazing at what you do, bro. Man. They feel it. It comes across whether you're on stage, whether it's on film. And there's I think one of the differences between you and different actors is it doesn't really look like you're acting. You flow it so naturally. You just no matter whatever the role is. Really? You play it like you're living it, and nobody can really tell you're acting. And it's like, man, he that good.
You know what?
And then I've seen Brother Saeed throw a whole book of lyrics. I mean, a whole script that was like,
it was some words.
Who is doing all that words?
Who memorize all that?
Oh
right?
my gosh,
It's
man.
crazy.
And you were, at that time, you were not even feeling well.
Yeah, I was sick.
And you came in there and was like, as a lawyer, in a legal battle, going through all of this verbiage.
We were, man, that was written so, gosh, it was crazy. It's written by Glenn Jones.
Okay.
Of course, he's partners, brothers with Saeed.
Right.
They came up together in Jersey, right?
Okay.
But this is a retired attorney who
Ah.
know all the laws.
Right.
And laid them all out in black and white.
Wow.
Right? Talking about reparations for us, man. And just to be able to dive into that script.
Right.
And learn even more for myself even, and then was proud to be able to put that out there, man.
Right.
And let people understand how far we've come.
Right.
But we still got so much far to go.
Wow.
But it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It was crazy, Doc.
I was on the set, so I know it was crazy.
You was on the set.
That's why I was like, ain't no way in the world
Ain't
I would
nobody
have
trying
been
to
saying
learn
all of
this,
these
man.
words.
Are you
Bob.
serious right now?
Man, those are some words.
Man, I tell you, but you know something, man? It as I was saying earlier when we were learning scripture as a child, all that still comes, the way, the technique, now I'm learning even more how to retain that stuff. And a lot of it is basically common sense.
Okay.
Right. Unless you know the laws. I ain't know all the laws.
Right.
But it's just like putting one and one together and getting two.
Okay.
And so it's how you indulge yourself. It's how you separate yourself from everybody else. Because look, when I leave the set, I'm still that guy at the house.
Ah, yeah. You still
My
Denzel
kids,
at home.
My people, my family, they tired of all, of course, when he did Fences, right?
Right.
That's Denzel, right?
Right.
Denzel was doing Fences on Broadway the same time I was doing Fences at the Bond Dinner Theater.
Wow. That's deep.
Same time. So all I want to do is get a word to them that if you ever need a week off, I'll come up and fill that spot. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're talking about that is so much script, man, that's there. Yeah. And then this guy in the script is lead. This guy is playing, the lead, and he's got all this verbiage.
Right.
And he's telling these stories, and everybody's sitting back and they listening to him, and he's throwing his eyes in the back of his head, and he's talking, and so I'm at a point, man, I say, you know what, I don't want to learn no more. One thing about it, though, Kilo, once you got it, it's there. It's in you.
Yeah.
It's in you. And I could take apart a script, man, and make my own one-man show. You were there.
Right.
You remember?
Absolutely.
You helped with that.
Absolutely.
And I always wanted to do a one-man show, and I appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate you for all that you did.
That's awesome. That's how I was able to see your skills just go, bow, boom, bow, bow. That's nuts.
And what I did, I incorporated a whole lot of different scenes that I've done over the years. Raising in the Sun at the Bond Dinner Theater, doing 30, 40 shows. Traveling with Robin Rich McGee, and of course, doing things with her, doing shows, 12 Angry Men.
Right.
That was powerful. Of course, you got Raisin. Raisin is a beast, but nothing's like Fences, Doc.
Wow.
There's nothing that could compare.
Wow.
I'm telling you, as far as script-wise, as far as the length of it, but the presentation, you just gotta have a love for it, a passion.
All right, you definitely do.
And if you don't, it'll come across.
Absolutely.
If you don't like kids, you shouldn't be working at no daycare.
That part.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You hate kids, but you working at a daycare.
Don't be at the daycare.
If you don't
kids.
like running, doing changes after changes, going off set, going on set, just being locked in, man.
Don't do it.
Like I said, when I go home, I'm still Troy Maxton.
Right.
When I'm through being Troy Maxton is when it's all over and done.
No, I'm going to tell the world a funny. I remember we were doing a film project, and you was supposed to play a homeless man, and you showed up to the set. Yo, he showed up to the set looking straight homeless. We was like,
who's this?
We not even ready yet. He just like, man, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah. Even had my umbrella.
Yeah,
you was setting
funny.
up.
That was
I went
funny.
and set up my kitchen.
Yeah.
I had my I had some cardboard boxes that had different names on them out my crib. I was homeless, but I wasn't homeless.
Right.
See, you're not necessarily homeless as long as you got somewhere that you can make your own.
You call it your own.
I made it my own.
That's right.
And so you saw that. That was
yeah. I said this dude be showing up.
I was glad that you used
ready.
it, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh man,
all
come
the
on.
Scripts and the times that you're giving me to do the thing that I love so much.
Man. So let me ask you this. I know that it's a thing that brings you joy. Has your gift done for you what you wanted to do?
It has.
It has. Okay.
I say that because I went to Atlanta on a Star Search. You remember Star Search back in the day?
Yeah, I remember Star Search.
We're down there to compete. I was with Metropolis here out of Greensboro with the agency. And we all was rehearsing, practicing, getting ready to do runway modeling. I did a little modeling. I did acting, of course, And so I took the modeling and my acting to the Star Search. We're down there and competed. I was cut. I had my guns.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, you was
that
cut
was back
up.
in the day.
You was ready.
I was ready because I was slim, so I cut easy.
Right.
Went in the gym.
Right.
Give me some. So I was cut.
Right.
Placed in second in my category in the modeling.
Nice.
So in acting, I do this little piece, Raising in the Sun, about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes, and that's my baby. I love Raising. I did many shows from that. So I did my little spiel, and then when I finished, I had left the stage. They were still
clapping. Nice.
They had to go back and get me and bring. You remember when Prince did, Purple
Yeah,
Rain?
when they brought him back out.
Everybody
Yeah.
said, "Hey, man," and I go back out on stage, and they still. I just had to take a.
Hey, look, was you in the back like Prince?
Yeah,
pacing.
I was in the back because I was like,
Kicking stuff over.
I was still in character.
Right.
And at the end of that scene, I'm sort of distraught because what I'm doing now is that my mama wanted to go live somewhere. If you know the story, Raising in the Sun, somewhere where we wasn't wanted.
Right.
But he said, you know what? I can go live wherever I want to go live. If I make the money, if I put the money down for it, that's my house. I'm gonna live there, whether you want me there or not. If you know Raising in the Sun.
Right.
And at the end, he said, I'm gonna put on a show for the man, mama. Just what he wants to see. You see you people out there, you know that house where you want us to move at? Well, look, so he was saying, look, no, okay, you don't want us to live there, but we're gonna live there anyhow.
Right.
And I'm gonna put on a show, and I'm gonna let the man know that I'm a man.
Right.
And she said, how you gonna feel inside, man? She said, I'm a man. You see? and so that's where I was at on that. I run off the stage, I'm still,
amped up, yeah.
And they
going in.
So I go back out there and I take a come back. So at the end of the Star Search, I had an opportunity to go to Chicago for somebody wanted to sign me to go to Chicago do some stuff. New York for something in New York. I already been to New York with my band, and to go to stay in Atlanta. I didn't want to do any of those things. So I had made up my mind. I said, you know what, I appreciate it, that you got some interest in me and whatnot, but I don't feel it. So on my way out, this lady approached me. Her name was Marsha Wiseman. She said, Jeffrey, I'm telling you something. There are people that are in California, that are in LA, that are doing a whole lot of stuff. She mentioned names like Eddie Murphy and people like that. She said, but you got raw talent. You need to be in California, in Hollywood. I said, I hear you. I said, but what's up? She said, my people haven't spoken to you. I said, I haven't spoken to nobody. She said, if you can come to California, I put you up with the agencies. I would manage you. She said, by the way, I'm Will Smith manager.
Wow.
And so I said, okay. So on my way back home from Atlanta, I'm stuck heads, how I'm gonna get out to Cali.
Right.
To my surprise, not to my surprise though, I have a cousin who played football for the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders there, Stephon Adams. I call him up. Got that guy on, cuz. I got a chance to come out to Cali, man. What can you do? Hook a brother up, hook cuz up, Right. He said, okay, cuz, let me look into some things. I'll see what I can do to help you out. It wasn't long, man, probably a day. He done called me back. He said, look, I got a friend of mine who owns the Econo Lodge in Inglewood, right up the street from Crenshaw, 103rd, and Crenshaw. And he said, look, I talked to him. He said he'll put you up for 6 months for free. Cuz, I got you.
Wow.
I give you 6 months. After that, you're on your own.
Right.
I said, that's all I need.
Wow.
So here I am getting ready, right? Tell my mom, look, I want to go to Cali. I ain't know nobody. I had a cousin in Oakland too. So I have a cousin in Oakland. I got Stephon who lived out there, who was married. Wasn't gonna go stay with him. And then that was it. Basically, it was just gonna be, whatever else I can pull together. I ain't have a whole lot of money. So I told my mom, and she said, baby, whatever you want to do. If you want to go, we'll call our cousin in Oakland, let them know you're coming out there. They can look after you and this, that, and the other. And so basically we just tried to make our way. So what happened was everybody, my family, loved ones, they all came to my mom house. She gave me a big old going away, man. We had food. We had great time. Everybody was just gave me a going away.
Right.
And I already been to New York. I already moved to New York back in the day. We didn't even cover that, brother.
Okay.
When I took the band to the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the Grand Concourse up the street from Yankee Stadium. We stayed there. I'll tell you about that a little later. But I'm going to tell you, so what happened was we had a nice little going away. I fly out, get picked up out there, and at the condo, had me working, doing all kinds of things, commercials, had an opportunity to work assistant AD with Felton Perry at a production called The Reverend's Good Wife. Denzel was doing Preacher's Wife in the movies at that particular time with Whitney Houston.
Wow.
So when that came through, it was a production that was going to be done at the Shrine. And Felton Perry, there was Isabel Sanford of Sherman Hemsley, those of, what was that TV show with Sherman Hemsley?
Jefferson?
Yeah. Isabel, Sherman, Roger E. Mosley, from Magnum P.I., Frida Payne, she was in it. Felton Perry, of course. And so that was a theater production that was doing at the Shrine. But I did something with the Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow. Okay.
And,
you was in that?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you had your boy, Hammer did a little walk by, a little cameo in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Hammer. Yeah.
MC Hammer?
Yeah,
I am. Put me in the mix.
Oh, yeah. Hammer showed up with everybody in Oakland was with him.
Oh, man.
Oaktown. It was
okay.
There. Yeah, but did that production, man. Did some other thing I can't even recall right now. But what happened with a lot of my auditions that I had to go on, I was trying to get there on the bus.
Okay.
And in LA, if you know LA, everything is stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. And it's just either straight or it's, that way. And so it took me, and when I would get to my audition, the audition is almost over. They pretty much done pick who they want for the audition. So I just flew home, got in my new car I bought for myself on my birthday. Hyundai's just came out. And I bought me one out of the showroom. They opened up the glass and drove it out.
That's when it was $5,000.
When it was $5,000. And you paid a $79 monthly payment.
Right.
$79.
I remember.
Car payment. It was a limit.
Look, I remember I test drove a Hyundai when it was $5,000 and the engine light came on. In the test drive.
Let me tell you, in the test drive, let me tell you what happened to mine.
All right.
When it rained, it flooded.
Inside the car?
Inside, the back seat.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Doc, the speedometer went out.
Get out of here.
The odometer went out.
That's
it
crazy.
Flooded when it rained. When it rained.
Right.
Man, I'll probably turn my radio on in the windshield wiper thing.
Oh,
Doc,
man.
I took that thing back. They got it right.
Right. They got it right after the fact.
It was insurance.
That was the first Hyundai we talking about,
first
y'all.
one.
The very first one.
The first one. So I drove it out to Cali.
Okay.
I drove at night, slept during the daytime. Took me 4 days. And so now I was able to move around a lot better.
Right.
Because I was missing out on too many auditions stuff. Did a lot, man. I'm trying to remember how.
So when you got home after coming from California, did you say to yourself, "I'm done with Cali," or "I need to go back"? What was you saying to yourself?
What happened, man, is that I was working so much. To what happened was I got a call, and it was a family member that had just passed, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like a wake up call almost.
Like you missing your family.
No, it was like that was my mom. Mm-hmm. I would have never forgiven myself for being away.
So it was like I need to go home and be with the family.
It was mostly moms.
Moms.
That's all I ever knew.
It was moms.
I said, if that would have been moms.
Right.
Even though it was my cousin, I was hurt that had happened.
Right.
Because prior to him passing, he had his own business and he was cleaning buildings, stripping and waxing.
Okay.
And he had a friend of him that worked with him on that. And one day he went to work, and his friend, had the stripping and waxing going on, and he sort of opened the door. No, as a matter of fact, my cousin was inside doing it. His friend came and opened the door. Mm-hmm. But at that time, all the elements worked together to the point it caused a big old fireball in that room.
Wow.
Caught both of them on fire, burned all both of them out of their clothes. Their skin just melted off of them. And my cousin, he was wrapped from head to toe, both of them. the friend passed from pneumonia, and then my cousin he lived another couple of years. But what happened was when I got that call is that he was about to be married again, and what happened was when I got the call, I packed up the Hyundai and I started. I didn't tell nobody anything. I didn't tell my management, 2 agencies that I was with, that I was done, but that I was going back home.
Right.
And I just came back home, got back home on a Saturday, left on a Tuesday, got back on a Saturday in time for the funeral. But on the way back down the road, I'm fussing him out. He's passed, but I'm fussing him out, man, why you leave? Because, And what he told me, I'm telling you, just as much as you and I are just sitting here talking now,
right.
He said, look, I know I'm supposed to be getting married in a month. My son is just joined the military. My daughter, might have been out there, she's in now. Everybody's got their life straight, pretty much,
right.
where everything is taken care of. Now my work is done. I can leave now. He said I had an appointment I had to make, and I couldn't not make that appointment.
Wow.
And so I was fine on the way back down. It's like that's what was in my heart, in my spirit, and I heard it just as plain. He said, I got my house in order, everything is good. It's time for me to make that appointment. And his head was an appointment that I could not make.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I turned my back on LA, man.
Wow.
LA, I've never been back since.
So you came home. Do you have any regrets about not going back to LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What's the regret you got?
Well, let me tell you about that. My regret for not going back, of course, right now my life is different. But at that particular time, I was married to my first wife. Mm-hmm. And things didn't go well.
Okay.
And that was my reasoning, because that didn't go well, that I said, I'm going back to LA. I should have never came back, but I know my reason for coming back.
Right.
I did want to go back because everybody was still in place, and they would have understood.
So let's deep dive on that.
Okay.
We deep dive on this.
Let's
on
dive.
this
Let's
podcast.
dive in. Let's do it.
You said the first marriage didn't go right. We don't even know who the person is. What was the thing that made that marriage not right?
I would say that you got to go back to the beginning of the marriage.
Okay.
And I believe that if somebody's not ready to be married,
right,
then even right now today, being married 31 years, it still takes work.
Right.
I know people have been married 50 years, and they'll tell you it still takes work.
Right.
And if you're not willing to put in the work, and if it's only just one sided where one person is doing it all, that can weigh, especially on a man. I mean, there's some reasonable things that we ought to be willing to do within a marriage that should not even be a thought.
Right.
This is reasonable. My husband, say for instance, my husband working all day. Mm-hmm. He's out there on the grind. He's making sure I got a roof on my head. He's making sure I got clothes on my back. I got food in my cupboards. And, I got gas in my car. And I ain't wanting for nothing. Right. But yet, I can't keep this man house clean. I'm just putting that out there as a scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He come home, he need to have a hot meal.
Right.
Or something.
So the first marriage, the basics of it not really working.
I would say that a person, a lot of times we get into something to try to compensate for something that we thought we had or we wanted that we want.
Right.
So say if you want to be married, but and motive had a lot to do with that too, as I was saying. We try to compensate for something that we know that this is not me. I'm not ready for this. I haven't yet got over my past relationship.
Right.
And that's basically where that happened.
Okay.
They weren't over their past relationship. And they thought that because he went on, now they have an opportunity to go on and make something out of nothing. Mm. See, but nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Nothing.
Right?
Okay.
So I think what happened was they were willing to go on, but they wasn't ready because they hadn't healed. And they brought all of that with them. And It could have been me as well. Okay. But I wasn't winning with anyone before I got married with my first wife. I was still trying to make it in the business.
Gotcha. So the second marriage is what actually is lasted 30, how many
31.
years? 31 years. All right, so tell the people, how do you keep a marriage for 31 years?
Of course, first you got to keep God first, man.
Okay.
Because he's that everything that we need in it, throughout it, throughout the marriage, within the marriage, with everything. And it's just about just not trying to do it yourself because you don't know how to be married. You don't know how to be a husband.
Right.
You know, you see people perpetrating that on TV, or how to be a father, this, that, and the other. And not me, myself, not having my own dad growing up.
Right.
Somebody I can look at as a pattern.
Right.
And who's to say that that's the way to be a father anyway? But still, you got something to look at.
So you living and learning at the same
All
time.
at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And it's a continuous thing, man.
Right.
There's no 50-50. I don't know where people got that from. It's a 50-50 thing.
Right.
It's whatever it takes to make it happen.
Whatever
man.
it takes.
It's by any means necessary.
Any means
you got to
necessary.
make that happen, man.
Survival is the answer.
Survival is the fittest.
Get over
you
the hump
better
together.
Say that, man. And that goes on.
Right.
There's no end to that.
Right.
There's no end to it.
That's right.
It isn't, man.
It's like whatever it takes. We
It's
gotta
whatever
just
it takes. We gotta
bring
make
it.
I'm coming in. I'm on fumes.
Right.
What you got?
Right.
She said, I got you.
Exactly.
When they say I got you, I
Right.
got us.
Right.
You get you some rest.
You know what's a good example of that? Tabitha Brown and her husband.
Okay.
With them working through whatever they was going through in the beginning, and then when she got up, she was like, "Oh, I'm retiring, my man. He was there for me."
look at
Blah
that.
blah blah.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that.
Like that's just an amazing outcome.
And
they still going.
That's some togetherness.
Together.
That's
Exactly.
some togetherness.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
it'll continue, man.
That's right.
Because they they know who they are within
right.
their marriage.
That's
you know,
right.
not trying to be more than
They know who they are with stuff and without.
Because there's gonna be some time when we're gonna be with some stuff.
That's right.
And there's gonna be some time we're not gonna have.
Absolutely.
So as you say, how I make it the 31, it's like this, man, too. I have some beautiful children. And thankful for that, realizing too the responsibility of raising somebody, a child, a human,
Right.
a being that don't know nothing about this life, man, and realizing we're living in the same, we're living it now even.
Right.
And do you really want to bring a child into this crazy mixed up world we're in? Those are some things that you got to think about.
That's right.
But you got to know that, hey, they're your responsibility. My mom taught us, look, if you make a child, you better take care of it.
That's a fact.
They said you better take care. I don't care.
That's a
You
fact.
better. It's yours.
I don't
You
even
take care of it.
understand. I don't even understand a lot of the young brothers today that don't have those words in their head.
See,
And they have these kids, and it's so easy for them to be like, I'm out of here.
how do you do that?
How do you do that?
How do you do that with
Yeah.
this young girl, 17, 18 maybe, God forbid 15, 16, but any of that, 17, 18, you have a child,
Right.
and then the knucklehead boy don't take, he don't know.
Walks
He don't-
away
he
from the
Walks
child.
away from that.
Not knowing this little child is going to one day be a grown man that you're going to be trying to tell them what to do, and they're going to look at you like, man, if you don't get up out of here,
That's right.
who are you?
That right there is so true, Doc. I'm telling you. But it ain't fair to the little girl.
Right.
And so the knucklehead boy need to know that ain't fair.
Right.
Now you done go on somewhere to knock this girl up. You know you ain't got no pot to piss in.
Right.
Or one to throw it out of.
That's right.
And here now you going on now. She got to deal with the child for the next 18 years. That's not
it.
right.
Too much play sex out there.
It's too much. But it's everywhere, man. It's on
Play,
phones.
yeah. Right,
it's
right.
on TV.
Right.
And they think it's glamorous, and these young girls, they think they got a baby doll. That's a human being.
That's a
man.
human being that's going to grow
That's gonna grow.
and love you or resent you. One or the other, based upon how you raise that child.
So along the way, then there's been some slippage. There've been some words not being taught at
Right.
the home front.
Right.
Evidently because then now you got the moms that might be hanging out with the daughters, and they hanging out together like they sisters.
Right.
And,
You got to be mom. You got to be mama.
And
her friends all in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be her friend. You got to be mama.
That's what I'm saying.
And you can have a loving, friendly relationship, but
Yeah.
you still have to be the one
End of the day.
teaching.
And
the
hopefully,
morals.
that one that's teaching those morals, as you said, have been taught those morals.
Absolutely.
And if they're not being taught, then that's what we got going down the chain.
That's
man,
right.
As far as from the generation to generation, and we're losing them.
That's right.
We're losing.
That's right. And we got to change the narrative in our films and TV shows
Gotta do it.
so that if you didn't have a father growing up and your mother didn't instill those morals, here's a show that shows you what that looks like.
Yeah, and we had something like that, but
we had the Cosby Show.
We had
good times,
and they removed them,
and they took them right off the table.
And then now their kids, they're not looking at that. Now we saw that,
right?
But they're not looking at that right now. I don't know
right.
what they're doing, man. I don't know. They won't lift up their head.
Right.
See, they once I see them driving because I drove truck for a while, right?
Okay.
I see them driving, doing this. Who's driving?
Right.
If you doing this on
right,
who's driving? Throw the phone. My daughter would throw the phone in the back seat of the car, or just turn it off.
Right.
She's not gonna do that.
Let me tell you about this. This is funny. The other day I was getting a massage from Sister Phelan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phelan. She got some of the most incredible hands.
I'm calling.
Right.
I'm gonna be calling you.
So she says to me, do you meditate and stuff like that? And I was asking her, no, what is that? You know? And she was like, how long can you be quiet? Like, so I was like, I don't know. You know, I wasn't really thinking about it.
Why you getting the massage?
Right, and she said, we're going to try silence right now. 5 minutes. And she's giving me a massage and she's going through it. Now, normally, I talk throughout the massages. Yeah, because I haven't seen her in a long time. It's stuff to talk about.
Yeah, let's catch
up. So I'll be like, I'll be getting my neck and I'll be like, so, such as that, still be just going. Let me tell you something. That 5 minutes of silence was so difficult.
Look at that.
Even to a point where she hit a spot and I wanted to be like, oh, yeah, that felt good right there. Yeah. I wanted to say something. It was like, be quiet. Yeah. Don't say nothing. Yeah. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, I said, that was difficult.
I can't be quiet for 5 minutes. I can't be quiet.
She was like, that's crazy. She said, you got to have quiet time for yourself. She said, because a lot of people, and Lovely said this, when she did her interview, she said, a lot of times we ask God for things, but we're not quiet enough to hear back from God. See? You got to have that quiet moment so you can hear. And when you just scrolling in them dopamine shots, exciting, the laugh, the you can't have no quiet moment to yourself.
And to sort of add to what you just said, there's this little story about this little girl that got lost out in the woods.
Okay.
And so as she was out in the woods, she realized that it had gotten dark a little bit, and she lost a little way. But she was just out there and she was screaming and hollering, mama, daddy, rustling around in the leaves, this and that, just traveling through the woods. You know how it is when you're traveling in the woods.
Right.
Right? It's just can be kind of noisy,
right.
With the leaves and all. So what happened was that, of course, all her screaming and all her crying and all her asking people to help, you running around. Had she sat down long enough, she'd heard that they'd been calling her name the whole time, and she would have been found a whole lot sooner than she would have been had she just went on and just sat still. She would have heard the voice of her. Same as you just said.
Wow, that's deep.
That whole time, she a whole day almost over. It's about nightfall.
Screaming and looking
and walking in the leaves and rustling all, and everybody been calling her name. She would have heard her name being called a long time ago. So a lot of times, and the moral of the story is that sometimes you just gotta sit still and be quiet. That's what my mom would tell us all the time. Go somewhere, sit down, and be quiet.
Ain't that something?
That's how she. No, yeah, because she and so. That's the same thing that with the story is that if we just sit still long enough, we'll hear the voice of God telling us to go left, telling us to go right, tell us to go and ask for forgiveness, tell us to go and do this, that, and the other, help that person that needs help. This, that, and the other. We'll get our assignment. Right. See, we're always on assignment to do something that's going to bring glory back to Him. Because it's not about us. Right. It's about us bringing glory back to God. Because He deserves it. He's the one who created all of this stuff. And He all put us all in this. And He ain't just saying now going out there and make your way. Nah, none of this takes Him by surprise.
Right.
He know everything that's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And so, but He gives us this free will and we just go crazy.
We go crazy.
You know what I mean? To the point to where we out there like, this is my world. It's my thing. Right. See, now you get beside you. Say it's time for Him to thump you in your head. Because He'll.
All right, so wait. We're going to go back. Let's get back on.
Okay, let's get back
all right. All right, let's go back deep.
Okay.
So, in a marriage, how do you refresh the marriage?
Good question. Good question. Let me go ahead. Okay. How to refresh it is that just got to go right back in your mind to what brought you together in the first place. What led you to this individual? Why do you aspire? Why did you go after her? God forbid she came after you and convinced you to marry her.
Yeah, that happens.
I thought I was supposed to be pursuing you. You pursuing me. But how you refresh it is just to go back in time to when you first got with this. It should have never ended to the point to where it got stale, to where it just wasn't happening for you anymore, to where it was like, why did I get married? You should have, if you felt that, that you shouldn't have gotten married, then, save that person. I don't know if it's early in your marriage. I don't know. I'm not telling nobody to separate or divide. But,
But what would you do? What would you physically do?
To refresh my
refresh the marriage.
Okay. Well,
if somebody just been in it for a couple of years and now it's like,
I would first find, I would find out what it is that really makes them happy. And I would incorporate that into their everyday life.
Okay.
You may not be able, I'm not talking about doing it all in one day. But first of all, going back to her and apologizing. Hey, you know what? I've dropped the ball. You my queen. I have to treat you as a queen, as such, every day. I took some time off. I know I wasn't focused on you like I should have, but I'm back now. Right. And if you can first forgive me for not carrying out my role and my duty as a husband, as a father, I'm ready to make amends for that. And then just making some vows to each other, sort of, just unloading. And hopefully and preferably, if he leads in that way, that she would come back with, you know what, I haven't been doing the things that I need. Because it takes both of you, man.
Right.
I'm telling you, it does. And you got to be willing. How to refresh it is just to accommodate a man, bring back those things that make you both just have that spontaneous laughter.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's the part that draws me, is that because you don't want nobody else making your wife have that.
That part.
You want to go deep.
What they call him in the military?
Yeah.
Jody.
Yeah.
You don't want Jody to beat your home.
If somebody else causes my wife to have that laughter
right.
and that joy,
right.
See, I'm losing her.
I used to call it cover your doors.
Cover your doors.
Because you have, like in a relationship, you have, you got your finances, you got trips, you got sex, you got going out, you got all the different things that y'all like to do when y'all first got together. Yeah. And it's both of y'all jobs to cover the doors for each other. Whatever doors you don't cover, that's going to be the door somebody else is going to come knock to get in.
On that door.
So if y'all used to take trips and now you just don't take no trips no more, he coming. Yeah. You want to go to Miami? You ever been to Italy? He going to come knock on that door, and depending on where y'all relationship is at that moment, she just might open the door to see who's knocking.
Hey, Doc, you and I just went out for breakfast.
Right.
Right? We went into the restaurant.
Right.
Right? And the lady that was seating us, she just didn't go nowhere. She just wanted to just vent, She just wanted to talk about the facility, the place, and the boss man, this, that, and other. But she said some things. You remember?
Some of them.
I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you what she said. She said, you know what? What one person won't do,
somebody else will.
Somebody else will.
That's a fact.
Find out what that person loves or what she like. You ought to know. And if you don't know, ask.
That's right.
If this is what you love, if this is what you like,
that's right.
I'm going to give it to you.
It is.
As much as you want it.
Yep.
Till it's dry.
That's it.
Till it dry up. I don't know how we got there.
Yeah, that's real though. That's real.
But look, whatever you want is my duty.
That's right.
To give you what you want, and then some. That's vice versa.
That's right.
It goes both ways.
And that's how you keep each other happy.
That's how you keep each other
happy. Somebody asked me a long time ago, they said, what keeps, wait, let me think of how they asked the question. They was talking about marriage, and they said, what keeps marriage together? And I said, from what I learned, from my first marriage was when you say, I'll do whatever I need to do to make the other person happy. Mm-hmm. And when that person said, I'll do whatever I need to do to make that other person happy, we can't be nothing but happy.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say, I got to think about myself, now I'm no longer thinking about making you happy.
See.
So that's where now I dropped the ball.
It falls
and the
off.
doors are open.
And you said guard those doors, man.
Guard the doors.
You're right.
Cover the doors.
You're right. And that smile, I'm telling you, that laughter is something, man.
Right.
It is.
We need it. It's for the soul.
And it's good, right?
It's for the
like
soul.
a dose of castor oil.
I always tell people, listen, you're taking the world too serious.
That's it.
You're taking the world too serious.
That's right.
And you will never win.
Right.
Your seriousness will never out-serious the world.
You're right, Doc.
You can try to figure out every little problem, every little thing. It's not going to happen. You're not going to figure it out because you didn't create it.
That's right.
You didn't create this world. You know what I mean? You didn't allow the devil to come down to the earth with Adam and Eve and be amongst them causing turmoil. You wasn't.
Dissension,
you had
stress,
nothing. You wasn't even here.
Oppression, suppression,
So the
depression.
best thing you could do is cater to that soul. Make that soul have fun, laugh.
Yeah.
Try, like they said, we go from the baby stage to knowing much and back to knowing nothing. I told my son, who was laying in the bed, 21 years old, 11 o'clock in the afternoon, laying in the bed. And I'm saying, I said, what you doing, yo? And he was like, just chilling. I said, listen, this is how life go. You started off in the bed as a baby, and you were dying to walk. You were dying to get up and walk.
You wanted him to walk.
Yeah.
You start getting this stuff.
And once you start walking, you wanted to run.
Yeah.
And when you start running, you was... And I said, and then you're going to go through those stages of life. And I said, you're going to go back to a stage where you're going to be confined back to the bed. So in between...
There is no time.
In between there...
To be sleeping.
Stay out that bed. Go after your dreams. Do the things you want to do. Enjoy your life.
Wake up.
You got plenty of time to be in that bed.
You saying wake up.
The beginning and the end.
That's right.
All that middle. Live.
You see it, Doc. You're right. See it on a tombstone. You say, born date.
That's it. That dash.
That dash.
They make that dash little because it's a short life.
It's short, and you got to be able. You wondering, okay, from that time they lived that long, what took place within that time?
That's right.
Frame.
That's right.
And did you live?
Did you live?
See, that's me. I'm very content myself with such things. I really am. Very content. I raised modest home, 9 of us, man.
Right.
Mama had to cook a lot. Things happen over a period of time of trying to be.
She was cafeteria cooking.
Mama, she knew how to stretch it. She knew how to stretch it. She knew how to make a house a home.
Nice.
She did.
That's a mama for you. That's
she
mama.
Did. And old school. And she didn't play.
Does your mama still alive?
She passed.
She passed.
Years ago.
Okay.
And she didn't play.
Okay.
You got 7 boys. You got to knock their head off their shoulder. I'm just saying. You look like you want to say something back, or if you act like you wanted to do something, or you act you man, please.
That's it.
Please.
Right.
You somewhere looking for your head to put it back up here and screw it back on, or your lips.
That's right.
Because she done knocked it off.
Right.
On my birthday at Griffin Junior High, it was a girl, Sandra LeGrand. Somebody me and her laugh about this now, but it's my birthday.
Right.
And so we was in the cafeteria, and I think I'm probably about in the 8th grade or something like that. I mean, in the cafeteria, they got these peanut butter cookies. You remember them peanut butter cookies?
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, the little cartons of milk. So some people don't want their milk. So I asked 1 or 2 people for their milk. I wanted to wash down my cookie. I had about 2 or 3 cookies out of the bar. So I'm like, you want your cookie? So we sharing food. So Sandra sat across from me. She grabbed my milk. I said, I need my milk. So Sandra was liking me. I didn't know.
Okay.
But it didn't end right.
That was the play style.
Yeah, it didn't end right.
Give me your milk.
Because I was serious. Don't mess with my milk, man. I need my milk. It was over some milk, man. It's crazy. So we laugh about this now. But the outcome wasn't pretty. So what happened was, I do something. She gets up. I do something at the table. She's like right in front of you. I took my milk from her and whatever. She got up, so I met her at the end of the table. And she came at me like this. I said, why are you doing that? You know, so we got in the cafeteria over some milk and peanut butter cookies. So and she was coming to me like this. That's how they fought back then.
Right. Cat's claw.
Yeah. So I ducked. They wanted, and bam, I'm left-handed. So
Not the punch.
Bam. And then when I brought the punch back, guess what happened?
What happened?
One of the, I'm trying to remember the one that was there at the time, put me in the full Nelson.
Ooh.
And she was still coming at
me.
me.
With the cat's claw.
I said, you better get her, because she was coming in with the, and they had me in the full Nelson. Anyway.
Oh, snap.
Principal Atkins, he's passed now. He was the principal. I get taken into the office. Gonna call your mama. That's one thing that you don't do.
Right.
Get yourself in some trouble to where they gotta call your mama and get her off her job.
She gotta leave work. Ooh,
she gotta leave work to get you, and you acting a fool.
It cost her money and aggravation.
Yes. Yes. And then we knew better. And it's on my birthday.
Ooh.
February 8th. Anyway. So I'm in the office.
Right.
And I hear my mama coming down the hall.
Ooh.
And she come in there and she said, and she already had the look on her face. I knew I was doomed. And she said, can I borrow this room right there?
Ooh.
The closet.
I'm gonna get the whole room.
She took me in there and I'm screaming and hollering. And the whole school hearing me in there getting a killing. But I never did that anymore.
I know, that's right.
You know, I might have done something else, but I never did that. I don't know, how did I get to that? I'm just saying, mamas back then, man, they instilled some stuff in us, man. Right. You know how hard they worked. He in the factory. She in there working at Myrtle desks, sanding desks and things. I remember going in there one day. I tell you what, I remember going in there taking her some lunch. That's when I was disabled at 17 because I had some surgeries done in my life. And when I took her some lunch, the place was so dark and dusty. My mom worked in that environment. She worked there 28 years and retired. And the thing is that I made a vow. I said, I'm going to get my mom out of this place. And that was my vow. That was my motivation to get her out of that factory. To go. And that's when I moved to New York with the band, Sharon Productions. We all had moms that worked in factories. And we all wanted to get our parents in a better situation. And that's why we aspired. We moved from High Point and we went to the Bronx went to the Grand Concourse in the Bronx, stayed there. One of the guys in the band, Ron Davis, cousin, lived up there. He had his own taxi cab company. And he gave us his apartment with his wife, Maria. 2-bedroom apartment. The whole band was gonna come move in this whole band too. Had roadies, had a van, had equipment, had all this stuff, but we moving it. Cause you know what? Because there was a guy that lived in the building named Paul Lawrence Jones. And we would have been living right next to him. And he was a producer. He produced Melba Moore. He produced Evelyn Champagne King. Found her singing in the bathroom. They discovered her singing Love Come Down. I think that was Evelyn Champagne King's first cut. Yeah, that's Evelyn. So then you got Freddie Jackson singing backup for Melba Moore and Lilo Thomas and Kashif. He produced all of them. And so our opportunity was now to go up there and meet them. He wanted to introduce us to Paul Lawrence, who was with Arista Records, Hush Production. And that's where we got our stuff. We went out there, we played 125th, and the Governmental Plaza had a flatbed out there, and we blew up 125th.
Nice.
We had played Baby Grand in Harlem, we played Paradise, we played South Bronx, and was scheduled to play the Apollo, but they was closed up at the time. So we had some experiences out there, man.
That's pretty good.
Had some experience. Melville, Freddie was just singing backup. Lilo and Kashif, and Melba and Freddie, all of them went out together when they toured. So they was looking for a backup band for Lilo Thomas, so they didn't have to tour together. And so that was the reason for us going up there, to audition in front of them, so that we can be his backup band and we can work on our originals.
So in the band, what exactly?
GQ was in the basement.
What was your role in the band?
Oh, I sang a little bit.
I sang a little bit,
played a little drum. We were very versatile as a band.
Why you don't sing no more?
Man, I tell you, bro, the acting sort of took precedence over that. Theater, more so. Because the band broke up. And after we got back, long story, you got to read the book, of course, it's in the book.
Tell me what book we're talking about.
Hey, we're talking about 6 Weeks or Less, A Portrait of Faith.
And where's this book?
You can get it on Amazon and Kindle. 6 Weeks or Less, A Portrait of Faith. You can find it right there. Or go to Facebook and inbox me, and I'll get it to you and sign it off to you. That's
pretty cool.
And it's only $18.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll pay for the shipping and handling. And I'll sign it and send it back to you. So
there it is.
inbox me if you're interested in 6 weeks or less of portrait. And it talks about being a 2-time cancer survivor. You know, I had pancreatic cancer. Right. I was given 6 weeks or less to live.
Wow.
And I lost my entire stomach. I had a total gastrectomy, had bowel reconstruction. After I was healed miraculously from pancreatic cancer, given 6 weeks or less to live with that, I diagnosed with liver cancer. Okay. And then that was 22 years later. Wow. And then liver cancer, I lost over half my liver, my gallbladder, but that was regenerated within a 2-week period. So
the liver?
Yeah.
Wow. That's what came back, the liver?
Yep, the liver comes back. That's the only one that'll reproduce itself.
Wow.
All the organs. Met somebody who produces 100% pure protein. He's a pastor out of Ghana. Okay. Accra, Ghana, Africa, right? And he produces it, and he takes it back to his people, and he gives it to them, and they're getting up and they're walking, man. Wow. See, the pure protein, what it does, it's made from one of the strongest animal God ever created was the bull.
The bull?
The bull.
Wow.
And they took something from the bull, and they put it in it. And he got it in a spray, he got it in a powder. And I'm telling you, man, after taking it, and what it does, you think about that, the immune system of a bull.
Right.
And you putting that same substance of things that they took out of the bull into you.
Right.
All it does is strengthen your immune system to where it's so strong, there's nothing can invade your body.
That's crazy. Take over it.
And he takes it back.
Wow.
And he gives it to his people for free. He wants to come to the East Coast and produce it. But then, of course, we've been fought. So if the pharmacies know that you got something that can make people walk from what they're going through, whatever it's, whatever disease, whatever that you're dealing with. Right. Yeah, and now we're not going to be able to get that from you. Right. They're going to fold up. So they're going to fight you on every course.
That's right.
So that's how that is. And so I'm here. You would never know that I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, that I had bowel reconstruction, that I lost my entire stomach. But when God healed me, he restored everything. So you got to get the book to find out how that happened. And my second book is called Still Waters Run Deep. And it's Still Waters Run Deep. And it's a journal that was taken. Basically, what it does is very much attached to 6 weeks or less of Portrait of Faith. It's what all the things that I did, read, and studied, that was spoken to me and had to deal with in the journal that helped me get through what I was getting through with 6 weeks or less. So I sort of comprise it. It's almost like you got a silent film. Right? The film is going, you see the film, right? They have the words at the bottom, but then now you got the film with the words. That's what the journal's all about.
That's pretty cool.
They give you the words to the film.
Nice.
So you can read it daily, and you get some understanding about what it took me to get through what I had to get through. Because I was suicidal. I was trying to kill myself and everything.
While you were sick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just ain't want to be here.
I was going through, man, big time. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, what I had to go through.
Let's deep dive on that.
Yeah.
So, you said you were suicidal and wanted to kill yourself.
Yeah.
What did you believe at that moment? What did you believe would happen if you killed yourself? What did you, in your brain,
I was
did you
young.
not?
I didn't.
You didn't know, you had no thoughts?
I just wanted to get out of what I was going through.
Okay.
The pain, the suffering, the medication, all that had to do. I lost 30 pounds. My mom didn't even want nobody to be around me, and she didn't want nobody around me that might have been pessimistic too. Okay. To just look at me. If they don't have faith to believe that I could come out of that, I don't want you around myself. I don't want you talking down negative around him or anything. Even when I was in the hospital going through, they had already called my mom, told her to get a burial plot ready because your son is going to die in 6 weeks or less. Wow. That's what the word got back to my mom about. So now here you're talking about a mom who raised a son to be at least 17 to the point to where now he's getting ready to die in 6 weeks or less. There's nothing we could do for him. And what has happened that the cancers have consumed your pancreas, your colon, your intestines, your blood vessels, leading to the heart. And we done the testing for the whole weekend. That's not. If we open him up, he's gonna die.
Right.
So they didn't want to take a chance on my life.
So the thoughts at that time, killing yourself would have been the answer to eliminating pain.
Eliminating pain, eliminating everything that came with it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't think
pain
about mama
was real. Pain was real. Taking it, I didn't think about. My mama. I think at one point she even put the house up.
Okay.
Because she wanted me well.
Oh, okay.
She got the best
doctor.
So
you felt like you was weighing on mama too heavy.
I knew. And I never wanted to see my mom cry.
Right.
And I knew that when she did that, because she wanted me to have the best of the best, Gave all I had to the doctors. The doctors couldn't do nothing. It's like the woman in the Bible, man, with the issue of blood, you know.
Right.
She gave all she had to the doctors, trying to get well, trying to get better, you know. She went through that period for 12 years. And my whole thing that I went through was for 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, God healed me.
That's what's
and
up.
He restored everything that I lost.
Nice.
So you wouldn't know that by looking at me.
Right.
But I got the scars. But
all right, so y'all make sure y'all get the book,
yeah.
6 Weeks or Less. Jeffrey Wall, A Portrait of Faith, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, so now I go to a piece of my show where it gets real random.
Let's talk, man.
I talk about the randomest, craziest stuff. What is your favorite car?
I always wanted a 911.
Porsche.
I had a 944, almost killed myself.
Wow. It was too fast? What you doing?
I was working at Fiber Dynamics. We made casket lining. So, you know, that's an ongoing job, right?
I didn't even think about the job of making casket lining.
Casket lining
That's
for casket.
crazy.
So, you know, that job wasn't going out of business.
Right.
So I worked there in High Point. And this guy had this Volkswagen.
Uh-huh.
And I worked third shift. And he had a 5.0 in it. A Mustang engine inside the Volkswagen. You could do that. And he kept calling me out. I had a 944 Porsche, black on black. Yeah. And I said, man, I ain't nobody. You called. So he stayed on me. So at break time, I went out there. And so we gonna race this little short period. You know, by the time that speed got up, we was gonna come to the stop sign to the end.
Right.
Stupidity down English Road. Anyway, I lost control of it, trying to take off, and almost split a pole. Came that close to splitting a pole.
Wow.
And so I realized I ain't had nothing to prove to this guy, man. I'm about to kill myself, you know.
Wow.
I couldn't control it.
So, but did he pass you with that 5.0 motor?
Yeah.
And you was just still trying to.
I'm in front of the pole. I'm right here. Stupid. I'm this close, my car almost split the pole because I would have been dead. I'd been wrapped around that pole.
You at the pole like this.
I'm like this. Yeah, when it finally came to a stop.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I said to myself, the stupidest thing I ever could have done. Because I had nothing to prove.
So your favorite car is a 911 Porsche?
The Carrera. I think I always wanted that. I mean, I've had many cars in my life now.
Okay.
But I think I go back to that 911 Carrera, man.
Okay.
Porsche. I just like that body style.
What about, do you have any antiques?
Antiques, man.
And if you don't have antiques, what would you like to have?
Antique.
Yeah, what would you like to own? That's an antique.
Believe it or not, Doc, I love antiques. I got a 67 Volkswagen Beetle. You know that. I had a 68.
Oh, that's a classic car. That's something different.
So, okay.
Yeah, that's something different.
An antique. I tell you what I would want to have as an antique, man. Believe it or not. And you said that's a classic car.
Yeah.
I would like to have Sanford & Son's junk truck.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. The red truck.
The one they used in the show.
The actual one.
Because I grew up on Sanford & Son. Me
That's
and my
a nice
mom, we watched
piece.
that all the time.
I
would love to have
that's
that.
Probably
they
in one
got
of them car museums out there.
I believe so.
In L.A. somewhere.
I believe so, Doc.
The Sanford &
I would
Son
love
truck.
to have that truck.
Wow.
The original.
You would just drive it or just own it?
I just own it.
Just own it. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive it.
Now, what antique would you like to have that's not a car?
Man, antique, man. Gosh.
It's anything it could be a work tool. It could be something that was in a house, a clock, radio, whatever. Anything. Antique.
Antique. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy has it.
What is it?
That picture on Good Times.
Oh, man. You talking about that Ernie Barnes piece.
I like to have that.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I believe all of us like to have that, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Eddie said he got the original.
Yeah, he got the original, yeah.
I would like to have that.
It's worth a bunch of millions of dollars, too.
Even the duplicate was millions, like 10 million. It's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
I would like to have that.
That's
Was that pretty good?
That's real nice. That's
I like
real nice.
that.
I mean,
I like that.
it's kind of difficult because it's already owned.
Yeah.
So, like, give me one more. Give me one more thing.
One more
that you could go into an antique store and you'd be like, man, I wish they had that. I would buy that right there. I would like to take that home.
Wow, man. In an antique store, something they got, something I could take home and have. Gosh, man. Oh, okay. And you got a couple of them. You got a few things antique.
Yeah.
That I like.
Okay.
I grew up on it. I have something now. I would like to have it brand new.
Okay.
But I have it. You got the old Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Yes.
I grew up on that.
Yes.
The football game. I have that.
Ooh.
I have
the magnetic joint?
I have it.
Wow.
But I want a brand new one. But I have one. I bought one from.
Now, why you want a brand new one?
I guess
it won't be antique then.
Yeah, it won't be antique.
They don't even make those no more.
But I got it.
You got one?
I got it.
You got the mint and everything?
The whole gear.
What teams you got?
Whoever names you put on there. Whoever name, because
they used to paint the mint.
Yeah, you can be different teams. But I got that, man.
Yeah,
I got that.
That's a good toy to have right there.
Got that.
That's a real good
We
toy.
played that, man. We set the men up, boy. We played all day.
What is your main thing you do for fun?
Fishing. I love
Fishing?
Yeah, I love fishing.
Wow, what do you love about fishing?
The quietness of it.
Okay.
The stillness of it.
Okay.
The challenge of even trying to sneak up and give something to something they need something to live off of, so I can eat, have something to live off of.
But
no, I love it's something about the water for me.
Okay.
Because when you read my book, you see that I had an incident in the swimming pool at 12 where I drowned, and it's in the book. So it's something about water that brings about a calmness and a peace for me. And I'm not a sign guy. I'm an Aquarius, right?
Right.
And there are water barriers and something. That's what I'm told as far as that sign.
Now, when it comes to fishing, there's certain size you got to throw back if you catch.
Depends on if you're in the ocean.
Okay.
If you're out in the ocean and you fishing, and you maybe went out with maybe a group of people, or you fishing from the dock or something, they might have rules and regulations within that facility or that place that you can't bring back something so small. Okay. But in these lakes and ponds, it don't matter. Folk be going home with stuff like that, man.
Okay.
What you gonna do with eyeballs and scales? You ain't gonna do nothing with that.
If there's a place you could travel to, what place would it be?
Well, I've been to all 3 Hawaiis: Honolulu, Waikiki, and what's the other one?
I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
ain't been there, bro.
It's Maui.
Okay,
I've been to Maui, been to Honolulu, been to Waikiki, been there. I would like to go. I've heard that Aruba was black folks' Hawaii.
Really?
I like Aruba because Sinbad used to go there and have his shows there. Mm-hmm. It's I've seen where he had shows where entertainers, he'll bring them there. I've been to some other places. I think I would like to go to Aruba.
Would you ever live somewhere over there, overseas?
I would love to have a place where I can visit.
Okay.
Yeah, but not want to live.
You like living in the US?
I wonder how they get over. Man, I got a cousin who lives. He's Dominican. He has his 3-bedroom townhouse over there in Dominican.
Okay.
And I just water's all the way around you, man. You can't when a storm is coming. If you can't get off the island, you just stuck there.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't swim.
Can't live like that.
That's too much water to drink.
Look, that's beyond swimming anyway.
Yeah, that's too much water to drink.
If a tsunami hit, your swimming skills.
I like to have somewhere I can visit and then come on back off season.
Right.
But yeah.
So how do you see yourself retiring? Let's paint the picture. Tell me what your retirement looks like.
Man, I'm there.
Okay.
Right now, I'm ready to just throw it all in, man. It's just basically just making some time for myself, and just laughing, living, and loving.
Right.
Doing that. Making people that are around me, hopefully and prayerfully making them happy.
Right.
And it ain't about stuff either. Mm-hmm. Just being present.
Okay.
Yeah. With 4 grandbabies, it's something about, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking about what they're growing up into this world and what we had to deal with and what they had to deal with.
Right.
Just trying to make a mark, leave a mark for people, that make, preferably God got glory out of my life if I'm gone tomorrow, that, some things I might have done to help somebody. You know what I mean? It's always been about that for me. It's all about giving. It's more, when it says more blessed to give than to receive, well, I want to be on the more blessed side.
Right.
I want to be a giver.
Right.
And I am. I saw the way my mom gave. I saw how she brought in people in the home and fixed pallets on the floor when they had no place to live. And brought them to the table, put their feet under the table and cooked for them and did those things. And you got other kids that you raised, but yet you still, and when we asked my mama where they going to live, she said, you got somewhere to live, don't worry about it. What they gonna eat? You got something to eat. Don't worry about what they gonna eat.
Right.
And she took care of people, man. Wow. There were kids that would be walking home from school, getting off the bus, and they knew Miss, you know, they call Miss Wall, and she would ask you to bring your report card. I want to see your report card, you know, and they would communicate back. And when they did well, my mom would reward them. You know, nice. She would buy stuff for them, do things. These other people's kids, but it was a village. It was a true village, back in the day, dog. Right. True village. Right. And so yeah, I saw her, I watched her, and that's why I started mimicking my life after my mom, just being a giver, just being a quiet soul, just doing things you wouldn't even know that she done. She did it quietly, and she didn't look for praise. She would say, you know, I don't talk a lot, but you know, that's just me, that's just who I am. Right. You know, but when she talked, you know.
Now you had a cousin that had bot soul.
Yeah.
When I first came to North Carolina, Hank Wall. When I first came to North Carolina, I met this brother. I forgot who introduced me to him, but it was called Brothers Out to Save Others, and he was working with youth boys, gang members, and everything. And I went with them to a basketball game, and then I came and they were in the back of this church, and they would be sitting there talking to the brothers, and I really was like. Because I used to speak in Newark at like troubled teen places. So when I came, it's like I fell right into it, you know? Yeah. And it was really cool. And then time passed and he had moved locations. Before I even knew that was your cousin, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I think I probably knew that was your cousin right before he passed, I think you told me. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And when he passed, and I was like, wow, like people don't even know. Yeah. How dedicated this brother was to the community and to the youth, the boys specifically.
That's a good word, bro. Yeah. Dedicated.
He was dedicated,
and committed.
Man. Committed to the boys. He was always teaching boys.
That was his mission, man.
Last time I saw him, he showed me his new office, and he showed me the computers where the boys was coming and sitting.
Right off South Main.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, man, we got to get back together. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I was still doing Save the Arts and everything. Yeah. And it's not, so when people talk about our boys, they don't understand that there's people like Hank Wall that was every day committed to the boys.
Yes, man.
You know, and I don't, and I know if there's a Hank Wall out there, wow, then there gotta be some other brothers out there that people are not acknowledging.
That's right.
That are doing the work.
That's right.
Because some work is being done.
It is.
And it's just because you don't see it on social media.
That's right.
Just because you don't see somebody saying, oh, I got 1 million followers and I'm cleaning up the community and I'm running for such and such. Yeah. Don't think they're not there, because they're there.
That's right. You're right.
People are here in the community.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Talking to the kids, like you just said, how your mama would always be talking to other people's kids. I'm sure you do the same thing. Yeah. I do the same thing.
I do it now.
You get what I'm saying?
Look, I'm telling you, look, I am right now. I came off the road, driving the truck, driving northeast, Massachusetts, Long Island, Bronx, New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, all over, doing that continuously. Right. 1,100 miles, I was doing 1,800 miles in 4 days. Wow. And it's like, I came off the road because, you know, my body, you know, ain't like it used to be. You know, I feel like it was breaking down a little bit. So I got to maintain. Right. Do my maintenance on my body, my physical. And so, but I had the opportunity. I say all that, say this, you know, I said, let me just do something. I started driving for the YMCA, driving the youth to the different functions. And then I said, what else can I do? And so I looked out at High Point University, reached out to them, trying to I had a friend who supervised over there, said, hey, you can come over and work for us, man. We'd love to have you. We need you. So I made some attempts to go there, and still hadn't heard anything. Weeks went by. I still got to, get myself back out there and make some change, you know what I mean? So I went over to A&T, Aggie Pride, and went there and I interviewed and talked with them. They hired me on the spot. But I told them, I said, you know what? Before I came here, I went to High Point University, and I sought them, and they, they was just a little extensive. It took them a little while to even get back with me. I even reached out to them a couple more times. But they said, we want you here with us. We'd rather, of course, we'd rather have you amongst your own. Right. Because I'm going to pour into whomever that's, there in front of me, but more so our own. Right. So I ended up taking that at A&T, not being permanent. I'm temp, where I would have been permanent at High Point University. So all I had to do was just wait a little while, maybe longer, to be permanent. But I believe I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm with our people, and I get a chance to pour into our young people, man. So that's what I'm excited about.
That's real cool, right?
It's temp, but I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm not just sitting back idle.
Right.
I got an opportunity now to see where these kids are going. Now, what are you going to do after college? What are your plans? And I communicate with them, and they understand me. They know that when they get on my bus, what's going to happen.
So let me ask you this. Being at A&T, Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
There you go. You got that.
Look, I'm an honorary Aggie. I'm just telling. I tell everybody.
Honorary.
I'm an honorary. Listen, I tell everybody. Listen, I was on the radio station over there when D. Cherie was there.
Yeah.
I shot Moguls in the Making.
Honorary.
Over there.
Honorary.
With my god brother Chucky with Revolt TV.
Okay.
I was also over there doing the J.R. Smith story that's on Netflix. Yep. Shot at A&T.
That's you.
I'm honorary.
Yeah, you honorary.
I'm in there. Aggie Pride. You understand? So.
Absolutely, man.
One thing that I find amazing, because I went to community college when I was 40.
Yeah.
When I go over to A&T, I literally be like, man, I wish I would have went to college right after high school.
Yeah.
The whole scenery is like a different world, a TV show.
Yeah.
And what I find, as much as people talk about the negatives of our youth, you gotta go to a place like A&T to see the positives of our youth.
Absolutely.
Because our future lawyers, doctors, business entrepreneurs, farmers, everything are walking around, and you can see it in their face. Yeah. You can see it in their face. Yeah. These are some dreaming young folks, and they hungry. Yeah. And if you ever, and I'm gonna tell you, when we went to do, we were interviewing the teachers for the Netflix J.R. Smith story, and before we even cut the cameras and stuff on, the teachers be getting prepared. You know, she's like, okay, y'all set up the cameras. But students are coming to the teachers before the interview, and you see the teacher interacting with them. All right, y'all go ahead. And they talking, I mean, like Debbie Allen in real life.
Yeah.
In real life. Yeah. Right there. And she's dealing and laughing. They doing little steps and everything.
The professors are so, I mean, they're so engaged, man. I see it. There's an engagement there. Yes. That they're wanting the best out of them.
Yes.
And they give them their best.
That's right.
And I see it, man.
You can see it.
They do.
Yep.
They really
family
care.
Up in
I
there.
take a lot of them on different trips recently with the bus. We done been to where they had to take airline flights out to Connecticut. They went to UConn. They just got back from Duke. They just got back from North Carolina State. You know, they doing conferences. I was just last week, I took a load of students, 19 of them, over to North Carolina State to present to them about engineering.
Wow.
They said, no, we let's get together and talk engineering, but we want y'all to do the talking.
Wow.
That was just last week.
Nice, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And these are freshmen.
Right. I was sitting there when they had the battle of the HBCUs. It was called Moguls in the Making, and A&T won.
Look at that.
And we sat there. All of the schools were on. They had like these. It was kind of like a Zoom, but all of the HBCUs up there. They had tests and they had questions and they had all of this. And man, when they said A&T won, these kids who we had been with them for like 3 days straight, because I think the competition, they were just going bananas. They was like, yeah. Well, we were so happy, like we did some work with them. We was like,
honorary.
We was, you know what I'm saying? But it's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Listen, y'all, the future is not doomed as you may think it is.
It is not.
Just because y'all see a few kids acting up in certain communities, that don't mean the whole world of the youth is doomed, because they're not.
They're not. No.
They're not. All right, so tell the people, get some people some last words. You want to tell them something, man?
Man, I tell you, what can I say, man? Look, something my mother used to tell me all the time. When my first wife left me, and I ran home.
Right.
Cried to mama. Mama said something to me. She said, baby, you know what? You can't make people love you.
Wow. Wow.
And she said something else to me that she always would say to me when I was going through something, and I was always going through something. She said, baby, take it one day at a time. And I learned that. To take it one day at a time. Tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday is already gone. Now is the acceptable time for salvation.
The present, the gift.
So now, stay present, be present, and always present yourself as somebody that's honorary.
Come on
to the
now.
kingdom of God.
Come on now.
We're going to leave that right there.
Put your wallet on the table.
We're going to leave that right there.
Right now, we're going to pass around the collection plate.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be used and to be a part of the kingdom.
Right.
Of the Most High. And that's it, man. You're right. He made us honorary. In his kingdom.
Stand for something.
Yeah.
Or fall for anything.
Fall for anything.
I'll tell you.
But that's good. That's it, man. That I can deal with that.
Right.
One day at a time.
Right.
Because I ain't promised tomorrow. None of us are.
Right.
And so that yesterday's gone, we can't do nothing about that.
Nothing about it.
But today, while I have breath in my body,
right,
you can always start over again.
Start over again?
If you need to.
Do you know your car starts over again every day that you get in it?
It starts over, don't it?
Every turn.
Every turn. And you know something, brother? Can I add to that? I'll add to you as it starts over and on every turn it starts.
Right.
You operating in faith and don't even realize it.
Come on now. You think you about to go to the store and come right back.
See, you already broke in your mind that I'm getting ready to go. That when I get to this car, it's going to turn on.
It's going to turn on.
And the only way that it would hinder or either stifle your faith or to the point where your faith might be weakened is that it don't turn on.
That part.
Because then now you thinking about what's wrong.
Right.
See, so you operating in faith.
God
so now my faith is being tested.
Right.
About this car.
That's it.
But the same God that gave you the car will give you the know-how what to do in getting that car repaired or getting it fixed or making it start.
That's true.
So don't ever lean to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him. He'll direct you.
That's the truth right there, brother.
That's it,
brother
dog.
Preaching on him. I don't even have a collection plate right there.
Just sit it on the phone.
Throw it out there to the world. The world is listening.
But I tell you, this is the world is listening. I love this, man.
Thanks, brother.
It's truly a gift. And you're operating in that.
Thank you, brother.
You always do, man. I appreciate you.
I'm trying to go deep, man.
You're doing the thing. You're doing the thing.
Just some answers, brother.
But, man, you know what, man? I've always known that about you. That whatever he's placed in your hand, you ain't just you're not closed-fisted.
Right.
Your hands are always open. And you're always trying to lend a helping hand.
Yes, sir.
And I noticed that about you ever since I've known you, brother.
Let me tell you something.
I appreciate you for being in my life.
If I had a choice in the matter, it may have not have turned out that way.
See? But it wasn't.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I didn't have a choice.
See,
like I am my ancestors.
Collection plate. But we'll dry it off. It's a mushroom coffee, but it'll dry off when you.
Listen, I told him, I said, look, I am my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather, my uncles and aunts. Yeah, I am all of them. Yeah. So I have to be who I was made to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't kicking against it.
No.
Because you understand that.
Yes.
See, that's what we have to make people understand. That
when people say, why you smile? Look, they say, why you smile all the time? Mm-hmm. I said, because a lot of friends I grow up with, they're dead. Mm-hmm. I'm still here. Yeah. I'm celebrating every day.
Living in the present.
Laughing. Yeah. Having joy. Eating good stuff.
You're alive.
I'm alive.
You're alive, dog.
Playing with my daughter. She's a reminder of new life.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
Good stuff. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so much more we could talk about. We'll just maybe visit this later on in the
near
future.
We got to. Because I like to look.
I appreciate you, man.
This is what the people want to hear. This is what they need. This is good food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And it's just like this. Had we had someone that was pouring out to us as we were coming up in the junior high,
Right.
you know, and going into high school and those types of things, and
Right.
telling us how to carry ourselves even,
Right.
you know, maybe some things would have turned out a lot better. But you know what? We're still here. And
Right.
it's never too late
That's
to
right.
learn something new. Because every day I'm trying to always learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I really am. And no one knows it all. So it's when we can come together like this,
That's right.
sharpen each other. That's what
That's
happens.
right.
Iron sharpens iron.
And you know, when you see them identify with brothers our age and they use the word unk, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? How many of y'all uncles out there pouring into y'all?
See?
Let Unc speak.
Yeah.
Some real stuff.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Take
Unc
the
got a
time.
job to do.
Take the time out.
Unc got a job to do.
Sit still for 5
Hey,
minutes. 5 minutes.
Grandpa got a job to do.
Job to do.
Yeah, like when we think about our grandfather, that was a strong man.
Yeah.
Whether he was drinking, on drugs, or whatever he was doing,
Whatever.
he still was about making sure we were okay.
Yeah.
If he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't know all his flaws.
No.
Grandma knew the flaws.
Yeah, she knew.
But the grandkids knew.
They wouldn't tell
They told
her.
so Grandpa, he gave me $1.
Yeah.
He said, go ahead, you be the best you can be. You know, he would say that little word, throw
Yeah.
a couple dollars. We don't know the rest, but guess what?
Yeah.
When the last time some of y'all actually walked up to some young people and gave them $1 for ice cream?
Wow.
You know, let me tell you a funny. This was a funny too. Why don't, when people pull up to let's say a homeless person begging for money, why wouldn't you give that Why wouldn't you give that homeless person $1,000?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Because there's a part of us that prejudge the person. We basically say whatever I give that person is they're gonna burn through it. We assume they're gonna fail with it.
Yeah.
So we don't even try to help to make a real helping difference. We give them $1 because we know $1 just gonna send them to the store, get a water or whatever, or they'll beg for 5 more to go buy that drug.
Yeah.
So we help keep them on drugs instead of
Wow.
saying, how can I actually help change this person's
Change that.
situation?
And
Or
$1,000 will help. It will help.
the right conversation,
You're right, Doc.
right direction,
Yeah.
you could change a person's life.
Can do it.
But most people will never touch it.
Wow.
Because they feel like they're gonna waste their money, or this person probably gonna kill themselves with that $1,000.
Doc, you just pouring out some stuff here. You're right, Doc. I'm telling you, that $1, you said we help keeping them on that. That is exactly what that does. It's not changing anything.
If you hungry,
Gosh, man.
and McDonald's is $10, and I give you $1, I'm barely getting you a fry. You gonna stay hungry.
Yeah, you're gonna stay hungry.
You gonna stay hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After you done met me and I call myself doing something for you, I ain't really helped you much.
Yeah.
I ain't gave you nothing. I gave you the
haven't.
change that was sitting in that cup holder.
Yeah.
But then whenever I need something, I call my friend and ask him for 100, 500, for a cell phone, a luxury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't even hungry.
Look at that.
This for a luxury. It's a certain bill. Can I borrow $200 to pay for my Netflix bill that I really don't even need, but
even need it.
it's one of my luxuries, and
Yeah.
I just need the money. I'll get back
Yeah.
whenever I feel like it. I ain't gonna give it back to when I said I was gonna give it back, but
Yeah.
come on, you know.
We
what
were
I'm
talking
saying?
about that earlier about somebody that owe you $200. But we were talking about that earlier. Look, somebody owe you $200. Yeah, they need to come up off of
Need
that.
to come up over that.
So you could give it to somebody who really need it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and change the
Exactly.
situation.
Change the situation, man.
Wow, man.
Change the situation.
crazy.
So look, you might have to come back when I bring brother Saeed up here, because it's gonna be
let's
real
do it.
crazy
Let's do it.
when Saeed
Let's
come
do
over
it.
here.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Oh,
I got to
man.
tell you about New York too, though, man. Some things happened up there. It was crazy. So we
And is in the group.
yeah,
Okay.
a lot happened, man.
So all right, so let's get into it. You want to come back and do that another
We'll
time?
come back and do another time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to go back and go on slap on top of that what we already
All right,
talked
well,
about.
I'll tell you
but
what,
you still,
man.
had the opportunity to live in New York, had the opportunity to live in California at a very young age. In my 20s,
Right.
drove to New California with the 4 days. People say you can't drive to California, but I did. I said God said I can. So am I going to listen to him? Or am I going to listen to you?
Right.
He said I can. I'm going to go with what he said.
Right.
You saying you can't? That's 4 days. But he said I can.
Wow.
So I went. I drove, and
Nice.
he helped me to get out there. And so I ran into a lot of stuff while going out there, man. Even in New York, man. We stopped off. I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you this. We had went to play a family reunion in South Carolina for one of the brothers in the band, Ron and Larry Davis. Mm-hmm. One was the drummer, one was the keyboard player. So we did that family reunion. Then Veronica Ducey, Fantasia's aunt, she was our singer, female singer. So the girl can sing. Patty, blow up some Patty. Anyway, we went down there and did that. Then on the way to New York, we stopped off in D.C. And we opened up for some bands. We had a play at this big old skating rink that they had shut down and made it a dance. So we opened up for Shady Groove Band, the Class Band, Trouble Funk, and Rare Essence, all D.C. bands.
I ain't heard that name in a long time. Rare
and so we opened up for them. So I remember this picture that's in my head. We were out front. The stage was out there. We was in our room getting dressed. We were getting ready to go out and open up. Mm-hmm. And so they was playing. It was a band, the Class Band, or it might have been the Shady Group. One of those bands that already started.
Okay.
We were gonna open up for Trouble Funk and Rare Essence. But see, we was out there and we heard them crank up. The bebop. That's probably why I ain't no bebopper.
I was trying to get the beat. I was like,
but it sounded like when we was back there, it sounded like a record playing.
Okay.
But it was the actual band playing, so they sounded that crisp. Mm-hmm. But when it was time and they introduced us, see, we were so just over the top. We just did stuff that you thought we'd been high, but we was never high. We just had that natural high when we performed. Right. We performed with this group, Cavacas in Greensboro. So we right there on Florida Street practicing. They over here, we over there. We were that younger group, energetic. We was a cross between Cameo, Confunction, the Daz Band, Earth Wind. We could play anything. Mm-hmm. Anyway, when we opened up, with a little patty. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Cameosis or something like that.
Okay.
But just the mere fact that we stopped off right there and played it and opened up for them. Then on our way to New York, and next day we got to New York, and that's when it all happened, man. Just having that opportunity. South Bronx,
nice. Baby
Grand, Paradise in Harlem, 125th in the Governmental Plaza. Blew it up. Ducey was singing. Little Patty, the girl was just bad. She's still good, man. She's amazing. But
so, man, I got two things I forgot to ask you.
Okay.
One is, are you happy?
Yes.
All right. Second thing is, what is life like as a black man?
It's strong. Life is strong as a black man. Because I know from which the black man have come, and is still yet trying to go. I'm a black man. I raised some black sons, men of mine, 2 black men. I say it's strong. Like you said earlier, just because you don't see and everything because it ain't on social media, this ain't another, right. Things are happening.
Right.
And things are happening with the black man. They're waking up. And to the point to where they really want to make a difference. And you and I still have an assignment even to continue to pour into them. And to those ones that haven't been poured into, we got to find them. We got to seek them out, try to steer them in the right direction. So there's plenty of work to do for the black man. That's why I say things are strong.
There it is.
Yeah.
And there it is, man. Jeffrey Wall, y'all.
Oh, man.
On the World is Listening podcast.
Guys,
Thank you for coming out, my brother.
You're welcome, man.
From another mother.
You remember you let me come on your radio show doing America Under Fire.
Oh, yeah. Brother Sharif.
You did the thing.
Brother Sharif.
See, you already built for this.
Yes, sir.
This is you right here. This is your
me.
own. This is your baby.
This is it, man.
You just birthed this, man.
This is it.
Beautiful baby.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I love it. Gosh,
Thank you, brother.
I love it.
I'm trying to go deep with the people, man.
Have some more babies.
Yeah, good food out there.
Have some more babies.
Oh, tell the people where they can check out some of your work. right now?
Man,
Like,
you could go on. We got some stuff on Tubi. There's Decisions are never black and white. That's the whole. They got 3 episodes on there. I'm on the second episode.
Right.
Decisions are never black and white on Tubi. You can also check out Grip. That's on Tubi.
Right.
Also, there is
Brandon Bias, right?
Yeah, Brandon
First
Bias.
first one is King Canyon's Decisions.
Yep.
And now Grip is
Brandon Bias.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. It Takes a Village 1 and 2
There
is
it
on
is.
Tubi. That's
on YouTube.
That's
the
on
Only
YouTube?
part 1 is on Tubi.
What?
The part 1 and 2 is on YouTube.
1 and 2 is on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Only 1 is on Tubi.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can check me out on that as well. Rooster's coming out. You'll be able to check me out on that.
Yep.
Also, there is what's that one where I played
Under Fire. Where's that at?
America Under Fire?
Yeah.
That's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube.
That's
America
on
Under
YouTube.
Fire.
America Under Fire on YouTube. Then there's the one, what is that one where I played the old man and he got killed and shot in the back. It's your boy, E. What's his name? Aaron, what's his name?
Like the old man that got
What
killed.
did I play, man?
I don't know if I seen that one. Did I see that
I
one?
got killed in a whole lot of movies. Look, there's one I got killed in, but I got killed at the end.
Okay.
It's called, I tell you what, man. Swimming in a Lake of Fire.
Swimming in a Lake of Fire.
Yeah, and
Wow.
you can pull that up, Google that, and I got killed at the end, though, man. Man just shot me down. Anyway, then there's another one, too, that we, Marriage Rehab is on Tubi.
Okay, Marriage Rehab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sharon, I can't remember her last name.
Y'all check that out, too.
That's on Tubi. Then there's this one with my man, what's his name? Tamika, she's in there as well, and the singer,
Are you talking about Bloodline of the Jewel?
Bloodline of the Jewel is on
Okay.
Tubi. Bloodline of the Jewel. Yeah, check that out. So that's on
right.
Tubi as well.
Y'all check out, just for y'all checking out some movies, y'all also go check out What Fairy Tale by Nikisha Wright. Go check out Couch Party by Nicaila Knox.
And also
check out-
on Love's Hue.
Loves You. Yeah, that's on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Then check out Sympathy for the Narcissist on Tubi by
Yeah.
Morris Ellis.
Absolutely.
Like our whole little film family out here just
They out
doing
here
it, man.
making it happen.
Getting it
We just gonna get us all together one day.
right.
That's
We
gonna
gonna
happen.
do that.
It's
That's
gonna
the
happen.
next thing.
That's the thing.
Look, we ain't even gonna tell them what's
We
about to
ain't
happen.
gonna tell them,
But it's gonna happen.
but it's gonna happen.
Thanks for coming out, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Love you.
All right, love you too, bro.
All right, champ.